thrilling steel cage match.
And there are few things...
Naomi may get this, folks.
She's starting to fight out, guys.
She fights out.
But that doesn't mean the damage wasn't already done, Michael.
Brutal knee right to the face.
And the head scissors are fine.
Oh, man, that's just nasty.
Oh, man, right to the arm.
Hyperextend your elbow. There it comes. Ooh.
The WWE Universe has seen the evolution of the steel cage in the enclosure known today as Hell in a Cell. The first time an enclosed cage was seen was in October of 1983 in the last Battle of Atlanta. The enclosed cage was seen a few years later in the War Games match from the NWA. There were even cages stacked on top of each other like WCW's Tower of Doom.
Byron, we talk about the progression of steel cage matches and the type of structures that have been spawned from them. I need to point out that some cages have been electrified. One was made from bamboo in the form of a Punjabi prison match. And, of course, the Elimination Chamber with glass pods and steel doors.
And today we have the Asylum match, where weapons are on top of the cage. It just goes to show you, the times may change, but the objective to destroy an opponent remains the same. There's still no better way to settle a score than to do battle with your adversary inside a steel cage.
When the WWE Mixed Match Challenge was announced, SmackDown's first team was Charlotte Flair and Bobby Roode. I couldn't have picked a more glorious pairing myself.
We may be looking at a powerbomb here.
That's exactly what it looks like to me, Cole.
Into the powerbomb position now.
And that's not necessarily where you want to be at this point in the match.
Ooh, right in the face, destroyed.
Corey, that Charlotte and Bobby Roode pairing was a slam dunk for SmackDown Live General Manager Daniel Bryan. They're both decorated champions, and they both know how to rock a robe.
And while I'm usually not a fan of Daniel Bryan's decision-making, he really stacked the deck for SmackDown Live when he put the Queen and the Glorious One together.
Not good for the back and body. Oh, that hurt. Knee to the spine. Oh, right to the back.
The steel cage is a massive enclosure that stands 15 feet in height. For almost 35 years, a select group of high flyers have taken their aerial assaults to...
Here's the setup. From behind.
Natural selection.
Oh, it's over.
The complexity of that move is absolutely unreal.
She goes down hard.
She's going to be feeling that one for a while.
To your point earlier, Byron, we've definitely seen some unbelievable attacks being launched from the top of the steel cage. And you mentioned the most iconic, the steel cage match for the Intercontinental Championship that saw Jimmy Superfly Snuka clash against bitter rival, the magnificent Morocco.
There's no denying that Superfly set the bar. You look over the years to people like Jeff and Matt Hardy, Eddie Guerrero, Kurt Angle, and Chris Jericho. They continued to push the envelope and executed unbelievable attacks from the top of the cage. And watch Rikishi take flight off the top of the steel cage. Wow.
The best way to describe combatants clashing inside a steel cage is its battle of attrition. Sometimes a superstar is left with no choice but to fight fire with fire and do whatever they need to do in order to win the match. And sometimes it comes down to a superstar doing whatever they need to do in order to survive.
Byron, you touched on this earlier, but it's so important for a superstar to accept that there's nowhere to run and nowhere to hide in a steel cage match. That the conflict will be resolved within the 15-foot-high steel walls that surround the ring. And that losing a cage match can mean much more than a mark in the loss column. For some, it has meant the end of their career.
It's difficult to describe the damage that can be done to a superstar who competes in a steel cage match. We see the physical harm, but we don't see the psychological effects from being inside the cage. Make no mistake about it, Michael. The steel cage truly represents survival of the fittest.
Naomi's entrance is one of the most captivating you'll see in WWE. It's got great music, Naomi's incredible dancing, and of course the bright neon colors that inspires the entire WWE Universe to feel the glow.
I wouldn't say the entire WWE Universe. I mean, I happen to think it's nothing more than smoke and mirrors. That entrance encapsulates why I believe that Naomi's all show and no go.
I have to come back to the two of you discussing Naomi, her entrance, and her message of Feel the Glow. Naomi says that the glow is more than just an entrance. It's about believing in yourself, being confident, real inspired.
Beautiful Charlotte's Web.
She's a lady that can turn it on quickly, no doubt about it. Oh! According to historians, the twisted metal that we see as part of steel cages today dates back 80 years. To settle a dispute between competitors Jack Bloomfield and Count Pietro Rossi, the two met inside a ring surrounded by chicken wire. At first, these types of matches were referred to as fence matches.
You can see the confidence just beaming from her right now. Charlotte sure dodged that one. She did indeed. Oh, man, she's rolling now.
Naomi. Oh, look at this. Trap now and just
Devastating elbow. Got the head scissors on. Oh, man, right to the arm.
hyperextend your elbow.
Now the old vicious head crank.
Look at the torque.
Oh, continuing to punish them. And Charlotte does what she does best. And this is all part of Charlotte's strategy. And Charlotte was able to get out of danger there.
Lucky for her.
You've got to believe this one's over.
Big clothesline.
She's got that gleam in her eyes.
The setup.
From a natural selection.
Warm up the bus. This one is over.
This one's getting ugly. Look at this.
I'll tell you, the cage has absolutely beaten down these superstars. I'll tell you, the cage has absolutely beaten down these superstars.
The toughness and grit we're seeing on display tonight in this steel cage match has been absolutely unbelievable.
If I hear one more person...
This steel cage match is over, and she'll never be the same.
These ladies put on quite a show. Here's another gander.
She's taking care of business.